Hello everyone, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. So today's video, we've got 10 minutes on the clock and we're going to do one bodybuilder exercise variation, as many reps as you can in the 10 minutes. So this variation, we're going to go down. We're doing 3 push-ups. So 1, 2, 3, and then 3 out and ins like that. 1, 2, 3, and come back up. So again, this is a bodybuilder variation. Normally, a typical bodybuilder will have 1 push-up at the bottom and then 1 out and in. That is a fantastic exercise in itself. However, I do find with bodybuilders, 1 pumps, they are a bit more of the straight cardio workout for me instead of more of a strength workout. So by adding the extra push-ups and the extra out-ins with the feet, I find that it just adds a bit more of the strength instead of the endurance side of things. So that's why I picked this one. I wanted a full body workout. I wanted to not really have to think about anything. Sometimes, you know, you're thinking of your workouts. People ask me sometimes when I go to the gym, what are you doing today? Or what are you going to do today when you go to the gym? And I literally usually have no idea what I'm going to do that day. I get to the gym, I think about it in my brain, and then I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So some people are like, no, I got to have a schedule of I'm going to do arms this day and chest this day, and that is definitely not what I do. Completely random every day. It's totally different every day I do it as well. So for this day, I decided, you know what, I don't want to have to think of different exercises, so I just pick one exercise and I do that for 10 minutes. Mind you, this was not my only workout of the day. I did this, and then I did, I believe I did one more 15-minute one and then a 20-minute one. So yeah, bit more. I try to do anywhere between 45 minutes to a little over an hour of actual work when I'm working out every day. That doesn't mean I'm going to the gym and I'm at the gym for an hour. That means that each session totaled is going to be, let's say, 60 minutes. So if I'm doing 2 20-minute workouts and 2 15-minute workouts or something like that, the entire time is going to add up to that 45 minutes to, you know, a little over an hour or whatever. So this in this 10 minutes, I believe I did about 40 repetitions. So these are great for measuring where your fitness is at on either a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on maybe even a yearly basis, you know. So you pick one exercise, then maybe you don't want to do it for 10 minutes, maybe you only got 5 minutes of time. Pick that one exercise and do it for 5 minutes. Or you can do this for 20 minutes or an hour. I'm just showing you a slight, just a different angle right here so you can see where my elbows and stuff are coming. But yeah, you just pick one exercise and you do it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. See how many you can get, right? And then do that same workout next month or next week or next year and see if maybe on a yearly scale you're increasing your fitness or if your fitness is getting worse. I know I just did the 420 burpees for turning 42, and I did that actually much better than, much faster than I was expecting I was going to. Mind you, I've had to film it 3 times because of sound and a couple of other things. But yeah, the 3rd time I did it was actually the best time, so that's kind of nice. But after I do this one, I also do which I didn't film, I should have filmed it, but I do 50 burpees, and I'm doing, I do 50 burpees in 2.5 minutes, but I'm basically just seeing how long it takes me to do 50 burpees, and that's a full burpee with the hop and everything, and I just basically do them as fast as I possibly can. So 50 burpees in 2.5 minutes is pretty good. That's pretty good by my standards. To maintain that and do another 50 and try and maintain 5 minutes would be, well, for me it'd be impossible. It takes me about 6.5 minutes to do 100, but just wanted to see kind of where I was at that day and thought, you know what, let's try 50 burpees. And it was at the end of my workout as well. So maybe if it was at the beginning of my workout, I would have done a little bit quicker, but either way, 2.5 minutes for 50 burpees is a pretty good go. So right about the halfway point now. And as you can see, so when I'm doing this, my elbows during my push-up portion of this exercise, they're not going straight out. They're not going, parallel with my body. They're going kind of at a 45-degree angle. So not completely tucked into my sides and not totally out either. They're basically at the halfway point, right at the 45. So that's best for your shoulder socket as well. And also, your hand should be roughly or maybe just outside of your shoulders, but they should be underneath your shoulder. You don't want them. You don't want your hands way far out. That's you don't want your elbows flaring out a lot. It's just a little bit harder on not necessarily the elbow, but it's a little bit harder on the shoulder joint itself. So you might not notice that if you're only doing these maybe once every couple months or something. But if you do as many as I do, burpees, push-ups, and all that stuff, sometimes you're doing this for a full hour. Making sure that your form is correct is gonna prevent you from getting a lot of injuries, repetition type injuries in the future. So again, 3 push-ups, 3 out-ins. For me, this is the perfect balance of strength and cardio. Once I hit the 3 or more push-ups, 3 or more kickouts and all that, especially for me, my chest has always been my weakest link. So for me, the 3 push-ups is the perfect blend of the strength and the cardio. As soon as I start going more than 3 push-ups and it becomes 4 or 5 push-ups, I'm not really getting much of a cardio workout. I'm really just getting a strength workout, which is great in itself, but depending on what you want to do that day. The ladders, the burpee, you can do bodybuilder and ladders, where you're doing the first minute. Let's say you're doing the first minute of the 1 push-up, 1 out-ins. The second minute, you're doing 2 push-ups, 2 out-ins, a third, and you're just adding more and more to each one. I've done ladders with that. Another way to make this a little bit more difficult is if you just put on a weighted vest. So I do a lot of my workouts with weighted vests. Normally I don't film them. I find to watch someone do a workout with a weighted vest is sometimes a little bit boring because the person is doing things so slow. It's like watching someone in slow motion. So I don't necessarily think people enjoy that. But I have a 35-pound weighted vest, and a lot of my workouts are done with that. And I find that weighted vest itself increases your strength tremendously, especially when you're doing, push-ups, the push-up portion, you're doing chin-ups or pull-ups, dips. Dips is another thing I do. I have parallel bars, and I do a lot of dips as well. Both having my hands beside me like a typical dip, and I also sometimes hold the bar in front of me, like if you were to stand in front of a bench press with the bar like that. I do dips that way as well. So only got 90 seconds left, a little less than 90 seconds. So we're going to finish strong here. I'm always a firm believer in finishing strong. I like to start strong and finish strong. Sometimes in the middle, I try not to, obviously, you're not slowing down too much in the middle, but it is hard sometimes to maintain the pace you've started with, and trying to finish with that is pretty difficult. But 50 seconds to go. So I hope you enjoy these kind of workouts. Again, these don't require any space. It doesn't require any equipment. You can do this anywhere. If you're traveling, you're in a hotel room, you're living out of your backpack or your luggage or whatever. These are great workouts because no space required whatsoever. You're in a hotel room, heck, you can do these in your underwear, You don't even need workout equipment at all. So put on your shoes and do some burpees, some leg raises, some squats, all that good stuff, all that body weight workout type things. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see me do something else in the future. You can leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Feel free to also like the videos and subscribe. If you hit the notification icon, it will notify you when I post the next video. Have yourself a great day, and bye for now.